Hey, what's up, y'all? It's another day out here at the property. It's gonna be a warm one. Sun is out and no clouds, and it's mid-afternoon already. Got a late start as I usually do on a Saturday. I think I'm gonna get started and put up that flagpole that I cleaned up, that tree over there from last weekend, and get the flagpole up and the light back up. And then I got some need to work on the riding lawnmower. Its deck is sitting uneven, and I think there's some bent parts in there for the deck. Hopefully that's just it, and I can get to them and straighten them out and make it a little, make the deck sit flat and cut flat. Also, I know I need to clean up underneath it again, so that's going to be a little bit of a chore. So before I get putting the flagpole in and whatnot, I'm gonna need to clean up that area that I put the dirt back in the hole. I didn't get it exactly smoothed out good enough. You see right over there. I want to smooth that up before I get the flagpole. There's a big old bird flying back there. Before I get the flagpole in, so I don't accidentally hit it and bend it. With that, I don't know if I'm going to use the box blade. If I use the box blade, I got to take the mower off, which is a little bit of a chore. Not too bad. I got the quick disconnect on there. I don't know if I just use the bucket and get it a little better. It's all dried out now for sure. And then get the drag down and put it on and go around there and really smooth it up good. I'll get that started, get the tractor turned on and get over there and see what I can do with the bucket to start off. And then we'll get the drag and get it good and smooth, hopefully. Let's get to it. All right, we're over here. And I did a little test scrape when I was driving over here and went down about yay much. And it was it's showing it to be a little wet underneath there still. So I don't know how this is gonna work out, but I'm gonna do the best I can and get it flattened out, because right now it's really bad. I don't want to leave it like that, but I want to get that flagpole in. So I'm just gonna take the bucket and try to shear off and smooth it out. It's kind of high right there in the center, so I'll take it down and just smooth it out. I don't mind if there's a mound. I just want it to be a smooth one. So I'm gonna do the best I can, and we'll see how it turns out. All right, well, I got the beginnings there done pretty good. It's a lot better than what it was, but it's not as good as it needs to be. So I think I'll try the drag next and see if I can just fill in the small holes like it's supposed to. Well, boy, it's getting a little warm out there. I mean, I was just sitting in the tractor. I know the tractor is hot, but wish I could have stayed over here in the shade with you guys. That'd have been nice. So hope y'all aren't sweating like I am. Blisto, what you doing, Blisto? Blisto. He's ignoring me because I know he can hear me right here. Also got some roots and sticks and stuff that were sitting down in there that usually gets caught up in the drag and makes it a little harder to do. It had ants down in there and some of it, so I'm hoping they're not on me. So I think I'll take the riding lawnmower and use it to pull the drag around. That might be easiest. So let me go get that and I'll be back. All right, I went and rounded everything up and got the mower and the hitch on it. And I got the drag and some cinder blocks in there. Only problem is I forgot that I used most of my cinder blocks to make those makeshift firewood holders. So I'm short. So I don't know if I might have enough weight to make this drag work like it should. Guess we'll find out. I don't know if I got anything else I can put on there. Don't know. I got some other pavers, so I don't know if they'll fit in there properly and just not fall out. So let's see how this works out. All right, I had to go around and around quite a bit of times, and it's working fairly good. I just don't have enough weight. And I was thinking as I was going around, well, I need the cement over here to put the flagpole in. So I might as well go grab that now and stick it on there and put that one in the center, and let's see if that makes it do a little bit better. It's probably good enough right now. I just want it a little better. All right, I grabbed the bag of cement, a bag of rocks, grab my tool bag, grab the light, and I think I forgot the light mounts. Yep, I did. I guess that's okay because I still also need water. Got to get that too. So I'm gonna put the cement and the bag of rocks on here and see if it does it better and the way I need it to do it. All right, that made a huge difference. That really did. That extra weight was needed. Only bad part, it was almost too much for me to drag it around with this tractor. Almost, I was able to do it. And it dug up a lot, smoothed it out a little bit, and then I took the weight off so that some of the dirt could fall out from underneath it and just scrape the top and fill in low spots, which I think worked perfectly too. So now I need to go get water, the pole, the mounting bracket, and shovel, because I think I want to make that hole a little bit bigger. So be right back. All right, I went and picked up everything I think I needed. I'm just gonna see what's all in this flagpole box here. Yep, I think this goes down in the hole, and then this follows behind it. And that's what you gotta put in. It's PVC. This is all metal. So that's gotta go in first. I'm sure of it. See what else is in here. Flag and some clips. So, that over there. Guess one good thing is, once you get it in there, got all these nice handy, you can raise it up so it can come all the way down low. We can figure out how we are gonna mount this. So these don't come off. These are the little things to mount the pole. They look like they're on there, and they're plastic, and I'm sure they will wear out before the metal does. But one thing I wanted to look at is how I'm going to mount the light to this, because I have this big old bracket here which is going to go around, and I don't think the light will squeeze onto it. Oh, I don't need the light, I need the bracket. So yeah, that no worky. If I pound these out flat, it will definitely squeeze down on there better. Or do I make some kind of sleeve to go over that and squeeze to that? I don't know how I would do that offhand. Put it in upside down and use this. But I guess first it's gonna be just getting this into the ground. Let's go over and get the hole dug out some. Throw that over there. Almost landed in the hole. Get the hole dug out some and get some rock in there. That thing is supposed to be about that far above the ground so the metal stays off the ground. I'm gonna fill it up with some rock and then put cement down and go on up. We'll see how that goes. All right, well, I forgot I got a tool that I haven't used yet, and it's perfectly made for this, actually. It's a post hole digger. So I'm gonna go grab that real quick so I get the dirt out and I don't have to reach down there with my arms anymore like I always have to do. I tell you what, it's getting hot out here, sitting right out in the middle of the sun. But forgot one important thing. I didn't bring a level. I need to make sure this is level so it's not all sitting cattywampus, which I can see it is already right now. So hopefully I can get it to go over. Oh shoot. Ain't that something? I broke it. Dang it. Huge mistake. Oh, all right. I was in a bit of a hurry there, trying to get the thing lined up. Hopefully the cement holds all the plastic together and I don't have any issues. Fingers crossed. Otherwise, I can still get a PVC pipe that this can go into and put that in the ground. What I didn't like about that plastic piece is it didn't have a bottom to it, which I guess maybe is good because water will run down this pole and into the sleeve. If it had a bottom, it would hold it, but they could have put drain ports down there or something. As I'd like to see it to have a bottom so that when you push it down, nothing comes back up. But I think this is gonna work. And I really went ahead and checked it out. Right now it's level, so we'll let it sit there and dry for a little while and put some stuff up and see how we're gonna mount the light to this since it's so skinny. Don't know that yet, but we'll figure it out. All right, well, I couldn't wait and I put up the flag. So I know the hole's not dry yet, but there she is, a little breeze blowing and got the flag strung out. Kind of like it. And at night, it'd be pretty cool if I can get that street light up above it. Let's go figure out how to mount that thing. All right, I was thinking on the way over here, before I was thinking about, oh, I'll just flatten this out, flatten this one out, and that'll spread the bolts out further apart, but it'll bring this in closer this way and I can sandwich it around. What if I just took these two, each side here, and bent it up and had them face each other and then bolt it just that way and get rid of that other bracket. So I think I'm going to try that and might use my vise here, see if I can bend those in a good way. All right, that's bending it right there. That's good. Squeeze it all the way together. I didn't really squeeze it all the way together. And continue bending it this way. All right, that's looking good. Do the other side. See how that turns out. All right, they're pretty squared up there. That other pole maybe comes out like this one. And that's a bad idea. You can see I can't get my screws through there or the bolts. So flattening out both pieces and having to use both pieces is what I'm gonna have to do. see if we can't reverse what we just did. It's pretty thin stuff, so it's not an issue. It's flattened out pretty far. A little more on that side, or they look even. And we'll get this piece and flatten it out. Because now, see, the holes don't line up. They're way off. But once I flatten it up, hopefully they line up and they fit around the pole. So let me go get a hammer, try to hammer that down. This wasn't part of the plan. I was hoping this wouldn't take so long. Almost there. See that one. Needs to spread out a little bit more. All right, that's pretty even. I still don't know though if it's gonna go around that pole and get tight, because it's just barely doing it on this one. But I think I can flatten these out a little bit more. We'll just go all the way flat, and then I can squeeze it onto the pole. Ooh, that only took one little hit. And there. Now, mounting holes are aligned, and that's pretty flat, probably too flat. But it will definitely go around the pole and crimp it. So, I really don't want to put that light up because it's so soft in there, and I think it'll way over on that pole and make it unlevel, a little crooked. So probably have to wait a little while on that, let it dry. I'm going to clean up real quick, take a break, and probably get started on the lawnmower afterwards and let that dry. And then once done with the lawnmower, go and put the light on. Yeah, let's try that. All right, we're over here to work on the tractor. And if you can see how far off the ground this wheel is, I mean, at least 2 fingers. Then we come over to this side, and you see this wheel is just barely, I can't even get a finger under it. See, it's right down on the ground. So this whole deck is sitting like this. And I want to try to fix that. And I'm thinking it is something to do with these brackets right back in here that are possibly bent. They don't look the same as this side. So I need to get this wheel off. The only problem is this big wheel here is right in the way. The problem is I don't have a jack. So maybe that's something I need to invest in. But what I'm going to do is just try to put the bucket under here, under this ball hitch, and lift it up. All I need is about 2 inches off the ground, which I got a 4x4, 4x4, and a 2x6. The 4x4s just barely don't fit under there, so that'll lift it about 2 inches. So I'm gonna get the tractor and lift up on this and see if I can't slide those boards in. All right, got the tractor over here. I had to empty out the bucket with all my tools and stuff in it. Now I'm just gonna try to line it up. Y'all could watch. Tell me when I get below the ball and go straight in there. That'd be pretty great. Because I can't see it from over the cab. Gotta go a little up, out, and all right, I think that might work. All right, hopefully it's hanging on good. I'm way in there. Crap. Now how do I get to my boards? Yeah, I think that's where I want to be. All right, is she steady? Steady enough. Steady enough. Now let me get this tire off and see what we are dealing with. I had to bring out like 6 sockets. See what size. I didn't know if it was metric, SAE, or what. It ended up being a 19 millimeter. Got my new impact here. And that made that nice and easy. Nice and easy. All right, that's off. Don't know if something's bent or not. I feel like, see if I can get you down here. I feel like this is bent right here, but it almost looks like it needs to go that way because the deck, but maybe not. So maybe I need to straighten this rod out here. Yeah, I feel like I need to straighten that rod out, which means I need to take this bracket off and this rod. It's held in by a clip here. That one's a little more firmly intact. And it's up there too. I wonder if I got some pliers or a big adjustable wrench here and just tried pulling it this way, if that would do it. I don't know. Oh, it'd be nice to have someone here to actuate the deck up and down so I know what is what works what. But I ain't got that. So let me see if I can figure it out. All right, coming to the conclusion, I don't think anything's bent. Seems to be where it wants to be. But I was looking up here, it looks like there's 2 adjustment knobs. It's like, how do you screw that down? But if I lift up on the thing, you can see the bolts come up. So all I need to do is loosen this locking one and tighten this one down, and it should bring this side up. So I'm glad I didn't start taking anything apart. So let me see if I can get that adjusted. All right, I moved it down a little bit, not far. You can see that little gap there. I moved it that far. I went and measured each side, and I got 4 inches here between the mower deck here and over there, at least to this top lip. It looked to be about the same. I think I can get to it with the wheel on. Not exactly sure, or with the wheel and tire. I think I can get to it, but I'm gonna go ahead and tighten it down here, and hopefully that's right. And I don't really have a level surface anywhere that I can say is exactly level, but I think I'm gonna be closer than what it was before. So let me get that tightened up and get the tire on and see how we're doing. All right, got the tire on, got the adjustment nut tightened, got it off the blocks, just kind of pulled it over and it went off. Now let's measure the mower deck and see where we're at. Just a little over, under 3 inches there, right at 3 inches. It's hard to tell if you're like in a little dip or whatnot or anything. So let's see. There you go, it's 3.5. This side over here is still higher according to where I'm currently sitting on the ground. And what I could do, I could get out 2 long 2x6s and roll over the top of them, and then I'll be measuring to a flat spot, and this should be pretty flat overall as long as the board is the whole length of the lawnmower. Yeah, that might be a good idea. Let me go see if I can find some of those. All right, here we go. Got it on some 2x2s, or 2x2s. Got it on that 2x6s there. So it should be flatter than just measuring on the ground. I got my tape measure here, and we're gonna measure down and see where we're at the back here. So, I can't get it good there. I'm seeing, I don't know, 2 1/4, somewhere like that. It's hard to see it now, but oh, this looks so much higher. This is almost at 3. So yeah, I need to do some adjusting. Hopefully I can get in there with my wrenches with the wheel still on. Oh, okay. Let me get that tried out real quick. All right, that was not easy to get to with the tire on. And showing you that with my struggles, because there's not much room, and I had to use my tiniest adjustable to get in there and turn it. Might have been easier just to get the tractor back, lift up the rear end, pull the tire off real quick, and tighten it down. But I was stubborn and didn't do that. But I got it back on, I got it tightened down, I got it measured. I think I measured 3 1/4 inches. And I don't know what that means as far as blade height or whatever, but it should work just fine. Maybe I should have dropped the other side that was too high. I don't know, doesn't matter now. But now I'm gonna get up underneath and clean it out again for like the 4th time in the last month. But remember when I moved that light down there, now it's in the way, putting it on this thing to try to get under there and clean. So I gotta take that off. Really frustrating. Maybe I need to rethink this mount for the long run, because I didn't think I was gonna have to do this very often. Usually just when I have to change the oil or clean the deck all the time. That was the past. This is now, so maybe that's no longer the case. You know, it's not too bad to take this off. It's just an extra step you got to do, and more tools you got to get out, more hardware I might lose, so on. Maybe one day I'll think about doing this differently. Hey, let me put these on here tight. Little adjustable wrench is not the right tool for the job. I get a little right size open end wrench would be good. Come on. All right. That didn't work. Let me go get the right wrench. It's only like 5 feet over here. All right, using this thing is kind of a pain. It goes up so slow. I got a bigger impact than that one, but the little hole up there is for 3/8, and the bigger impact's a 1/2 inch. So I don't have a 1/2 inch to 3/8 adapter, so I have to use the smaller one. So one of the reasons I bought the bigger one was that maybe that would go faster, but I forgot about the size of the hole. So that little impact goes slow and it's super loud. So let's look up underneath this deck. All right, here we are. And it is super caked again. That side's not so bad. It's actually nothing sticking over right there, but this middle one and this side one here is so bad. I don't know why. Put the blades on the right way, I'm pretty sure. Maybe it had to do with the deck being unlevel. I don't know. But I'll probably spend the next 15 minutes or so cleaning this out. We'll catch back up with you. Well, I said that might take 15 minutes. It took about 25. And my arm is like jello. Man, that stuff was caked in there, and since it dried up over the week, it didn't come out easy, man. My arm is jello. But let's see. Got a lot of junk out of here. And big old pieces again that's pretty hard. You look under there, it's much cleaner now. Not perfect, but a lot cleaner. So I'm gonna get this taken down and put the light back on and get this stuff put up, and I'll test the mowing out later. But for now, I think I'll go see if we can put that light on the flagpole and see how it does. Okay, so I thought that I'd put this pole in here and go off the pole to make sure it's level and plumb and all that and going upright, and I'd be able to pull the pole right back out and the sleeve would stay in. Well, it turns out that's not the case. And now I can't get the pole out, and the sleeve pulled up when I tried pulling the pole, and it's just, yeah, this whole thing's gone kind of wrong from the beginning. It's a little frustrating. It's not staying packed good. Now that I pulled on it and messed it up, it's came out of level a little bit. A little frustrating for sure. So, oh well, it's really raining. That way. Yeah, not putting on anything tonight, I guess. It's I have to wait till morning, and hopefully it stays level, plumb, whatever. And for tomorrow, then I can put the light on then. It's good enough, I hope. Up high, it's all right. Little tweaks, little adjustments. We'll just leave all of this stuff, cutting off my head. We'll just leave all this stuff out here for tomorrow. And I'll put the flag in the bag so it don't blow away. Oh, I guess I'll start doing some mowing. Well, I've been out mowing for a little bit. Got the area all around the main campsite here in front of the RV and the gazebo all mowed down, even though it was still pretty low. I went ahead and mowed it, testing out all the adjustments that I did to the mower here and seeing if everything worked out a little bit better. And it did cut really good, but I just looked up under there and, scraped out some more big chunks. And I don't know why it's sticking. The blades are new. It hasn't, the grass isn't wet. Like I said before, it's really green. It's frustrating. I would hate to have to do that every time I mow. I don't know, but it all looks really nice going out there. I'm gonna raise it up a little bit higher here in a minute and go get under these trees over here where I haven't been able to get in a minute. You probably can't see, but out there in the field it's really high, and I need to get on the tractor probably to do that. So I'm gonna say go mow, probably throw a little bit of clips in on that, and as a close out. But for me, I'm done for the day on this video. So until next time, later. All right, that was quite a bit of mowing. Now to get a fire going.